Good morning. Who fancies a curry?
We are going to go on a road trip down to London.
Yes.
A road trip down to Brick Lane.
We're going to start by heading out to Edinburgh Airport then. We're going to fly down to Luton Airport with EasyJet. And this is the exciting bit. When we get to Luton, we're going to try out a new form of transport. It's called a DART. After that, into London on Thameslink, and we're going to be staying at the Premier Inn Hub right on Brick Lane. By the time we get down there, we're going to need that curry. I needed that coffee. Do you know, Edinburgh Airport is absolutely mobbed today, absolutely jam-packed with people. I've had to come find this quiet little nook and cranny to talk to you. Now, I love flying. I love getting in an aeroplane. I love soaring above the clouds. I love looking down on beautiful landscapes. But do you know what? I'm getting more and more tired of the grind of the airport the older I get. Give me a train any day. What do you think? Going to neck this coffee back, and then it's time to board our EasyJet flight to Luton. Welcome to London Luton. But I have some bad news. My unbroken run of 83 on-time flights with EasyJet has been broken. But it wasn't EasyJet's fault. There was a big family, loads of them, at the gate, and they turned up with a load of baggage that they hadn't paid for. And they wouldn't pay for it. Despite all the efforts of the gate staff, there was a lot of argy-bargy going on, to the extent that they had to call the police. In the end, the police basically said to them, you either pay or you leave. The upshot of it was we were 45 minutes late, but never mind, we're here. And I'm really excited because I'm about to travel for the first time on the Luton DART. This is a completely new form of transport. Let's go and find out what it's all about. For many years I've avoided using Luton Airport because, to be perfectly honest, it's quite inconvenient. After flying down to Edinburgh, once you get to the airport, you have to get a bus to the station to then get a train into London. It's a real faff and it takes absolutely ages. But this year they've opened this new thing called the DART. And it's effectively a shuttle train which runs from the airport immediately down to the main train station in a little under 4 minutes. There's one of the trains down there. Now, like a lot of railway developments in London at the moment, they now put these glass partitions between the platform and the train. Great for safety, but unfortunately we can't get a really good look at the DART vehicle itself. I think we'll sit at the front, get the best view possible. Of course, it's an automated shuttle train, just like the Docklands Light Railway, but much more modern and bullet-shaped. Or is it dart-shaped? Anyone feel like they're on a roller coaster? Oh, actually, we can get a look at the style of train as we go past the other one. Yeah, it is a little bit more sci-fi looking than the Docklands Light Railway, isn't it? Oh, that plane's going to go right over the top of us. It should be cool.
if you look between the rails, you can see a cable and rollers. We're actually on a cable car.
Well, that was a massive, massive improvement on the old school bus service. But at £4.80 in each direction, that must be one of the most expensive couple of miles of railway in the entire UK. I'm not bothered though, we're going to hop on a Thameslink train and head into central London. That curry is still beckoning. Actually, this isn't a Thameslink train, it's a Luton Airport Express. Welcome to St Pancras International Station here in London, and just look at that incredible arched roof. Well, today we've already done car, plane, dart and train. We've just got the tube to do now, and we'll be at Brick Lane and we'll be able to check into our hotel, Premier Inn Hub. Do you know, I can't remember the last time I actually arrived into London at St Pancras. The station facade is just breathtaking, isn't it? Well, we took the tube to Liverpool Street Station, and it's a short walk from Liverpool Street Station past Spitalfields Market down to Brick Lane. We're nearly there. I've been travelling for nearly 7 hours. Not sure what's going on with these elephants. I've arrived in London about 7 o'clock at night, and as you can see, the pubs are absolutely spilling over into the streets. They've obviously had a really hard day at work, haven't they? Just look at this, absolutely packed. Do you know, I sometimes think it's busy in Edinburgh. London is on another scale of busy. Well, we're here after 7.5 hours. Behind me, the Premier Inn Hub. Over there, Brick Lane, lots of curry restaurants. The other way, even more curry restaurants. So here's the plan. We're going to go and get checked in. I'm going to give you a room tour, and then we're going to head out, find the best curry restaurant and maybe a madras.
Check-in is electronic, but there is somebody on hand if you've got any questions. I quite like the rustic style of these public rooms. Quite a nice bright bar area with food and drink. Almost a cafeteria style.
We're looking for room 235. Welcome to the Premier Inn hub here on Brick Lane. Do you know, I really quite like these Premier Inn hub hotels. The rooms are quite small, but they're really innovative. They pack a lot of features into the rooms, often by hiding them behind secret little cubby holes. They've given me an accessible room today. Here's the bed. Look at the size of that. Definitely a king. Love the way they've folded up the mattress like that. We're going to have to spread that out in a moment. Couple of nice soft pillows. Remote control for the rather large TV. And I love that mural over there on the wall. There's a plethora of controls here by the bed. I think I can kill the lights. Yeah, can put them back on again. And we've got fans. Do not make up the room, do not disturb, and I guess that the book thing means that that's a reading light. Somewhere to sit. Actually, that's not a bad view out of the window, could be worse. Like the old chimney. There is a desk hidden away behind that little panel. How cool is that? Behind the mirror, a few coat hangers. Hairdryer, well, I won't be needing that, will I? I love this. A bottle opener. It says cheers. Just in case we bring some beers back later on. Let's check out the bathroom. Sliding door reveals a fairly sizable wet room. Obviously it's an inaccessible room, so we have a sit-down shower, rainfall shower and handheld shower, toilet, and basin. And some Bayliss and Harding smelly stuff. Now, which way? What do you think of these Premier Inn hub hotel rooms? I think they're quite functional, but actually very, very comfortable. I do like some of the innovations, but here's the thing. This room cost me 183 quid to stay here tonight, so it's going to be a very expensive curry that we end up having. Thing is, I think that the Premier Inn hubs are low-cost hotels. That's the way it feels to me. And yet 183 quid feels like a lot for London in this category of hotel. But looking on booking.com, I think there must have been a big event here in London today, because most of the hotels are sold out and some of the prices are just off the charts ridiculous. Okay, let's freshen up, and then the whole point of coming down to London here today was to get out there onto Brick Lane and have that curry. Okay, it's curry time. Let's take a walk down Brick Lane and see what we can find. What about the Brick Lane Brasserie? That's a possibility. Or the Standard. Brick Lane Tandoori. The famous Curry Bazaar, the best Indian restaurant in Brick Lane. Aladdin. As a general rule, I would favour a restaurant that looked busy, especially with locals. However, every single restaurant here on Brick Lane is absolutely jam-packed full. So I think I might have to go with one of the recommendations given to me by the receptionist at the hotel. One of them's called Aladdin and the other one was called Masala. Well, I think it's going to have to be Masala. This was the one recommended by the receptionist at the hotel, so let's give it a go. When you're in a curry restaurant, it has to always be Cobra beer, doesn't it? Cheers. Oh, after 7.5 hours of travelling, that is most welcome. Poppadoms. Right. We're going to start with lamb sheep kebab, followed up by a really hot and spicy chicken madras, pilau rice, plain naan bread, and a side plate of spicy mushroom bhaji. Do you think I've overfaced myself? The sauce is unctuous and thick. That is spicy but absolutely delicious. Well, I'm back at the hotel and I'm stuffed and my lips are tingling from that hot, spicy madras. Do you know, my voice sounds a little bit gravelly. I hope I'm not coming down with anything. Do you know what? That curry was fantastic. Really spicy with all that naan bread to mop up that unctuous sauce. Well, I do have a little confession to make. I didn't really come all the way down here to London just to have a curry. I've got a whole load of meetings tomorrow afternoon, but it was such fun putting that vlog together. I enjoyed the flight down with EasyJet despite that family ruining my record. Really interesting to try out the Luton Dart, and of course staying here at the Premier Inn Hub Hotel and that magnificent madras curry from the Masala restaurant, which was actually only a couple of doors down from the hotel. Maybe that's why the receptionist recommended it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Rog Vlog. If you enjoyed the video, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until the next video, remember, there's always something to see and to eat, so get out there and find it.